Okay guys, welcome to this course, welcome to this video. I'm excited to see you here because today I will teach you, I will show you step by step how you can create an AI agent that will make your life easier and will help you to grow online, to grow your online presence. We're talking here about an online agent that will help you to write, publish, and create images for all your website publications. So if you have a blog, if you have a website, if you create content there, you write articles, you spend hours researching, writing articles, creating the image. What is the image for my blog? I need to find an image. You go, you purchase an image. I'll show you how we can automate the whole process so your website will create articles automatically even when you are sleeping. So if you are not working, you are not in front of the computer, you are just resting, your website and your AI agent will be working together in order to make sure your website grows and also to make sure that you create new content every day. So this is the idea. Let me show you here what are we talking about. So here we have an automation, and this is what we are implementing here on the course. So you see that we use N8N, and remember, to use these guys, you don't need to know programming. You won't need to create code, to write code, to understand everything. You don't need any of that. This is just with a few clicks, you will be able, step by step, I'll show you the process, you will be able to create this AI agent that will be your employee. I mean, it will work 24/7 for you and for your website. So this is the idea. And we will have a spreadsheet where you will enter your ideas. This is the spreadsheet, so you have an idea. We have the second column here is the prompt. Here you will come, and every time you have a new idea, you can just write down the idea here. Very simple. So the AI agent will come and check this spreadsheet regularly. When the AI agent finds a new idea that you just posted there, it will start the process. So you will see that it will get the idea, set up the prompt, it will contact ChatGPT, OpenAI, we will connect your AI agent with OpenAI. So the agent will have the brains of ChatGPT, so all the knowledge, the capacities and everything from ChatGPT models we will use here on your agent. So the quality of the specific article that you will write is spectacular. So we will connect this with your agent to write the article. After that, we are connecting with OpenAI again to generate a title. So with the article ready, we will generate a title. After that, we are going to your website. So we are connecting your website here. So the AI agent will have access to your website to go there and actually create a new publication, a new blog, a new article for you. Once this is done, we are going back to OpenAI using the DALL-E models to create outstanding, unique images for your blog. So if we write an article about what is the best time to travel to Paris, for example, the AI will create a spectacular image about that subject. It will upload the image, as you see here, the next step, upload the image to your website, set the image as the main image of the publication, and it will go back to the spreadsheet that we have here, and it will say that we completed this process. So by doing that, we know that this is published and we are ready to share more ideas. So this is outstanding, guys. This is powerful. And I promise you, if you follow up with me here in the next minutes, we will have all this set up for you. You can just copy and paste what I will share with you, configure with your information. And by the end of this course, by the end of this video, you'll have this working 100%, publishing wonderful articles on your website, reaching more people, growing your audience because you are actually sharing content, and your website will start ranking higher on Google because you are contributing with more knowledge, with more articles to the Google platform. Okay, I hope you try this. In the next video, we will start right away with the first step. See you there. Okay guys, let's continue. The first step that we need to accomplish is to sign up for the VPS. What is the VPS? The VPS is like a server on the cloud that is a space only for you, and this is the space where your AI agents will live. So it's similar to hosting a website. To create a website, you need a hosting service, which is a server in the cloud that is the house for your website. This is similar, but for AI agents, we will need a VPS, which is similar to a simple hosting service. And the best one that we have right now is Hostinger, and the reason this is the best is because it's super reliable. It's actually the cheapest one right now, and the most important thing, guys, as you can see here on screen, is the no-code AI workflow. So we will use N8N, which is a software which is free, and to install this N8N on servers is very difficult. It's a complicated thing that takes hours, errors, and we don't want to get there. So the beauty of Hostinger is that they offer a ready installed N8N on your VPS. So you will sign up for the VPS, which is one of the cheapest one in the world right now. And with that, we will have the N8N already installed on your VPS. So this is unique and wonderful. So to come here, you have the URL to come to this page, because it's important for you to come to this page, because here you will have the actual VPN, VPS with the N8N already installed. Okay, if you go to other pages, we cannot guarantee that. So the link for this specific page you can find here in the resources area of this specific lesson, or if you are watching in other channels, you will find below the video. Okay, with that, you will have this website here, and remember that this changes depending of the time of the year. So if the interface is a little bit different, that's okay. You will come here and click on choose your plan, and you see that Hostinger have at this moment 4 different plans: KVM 1 to KVM 8. The good news here is that you need just the simple one. The KVM 1 is more than enough to host all your AI agents, this one that we're creating now, and also other AI agents that we can create in the future. You can come up with new ideas and host all your agents there. This is the house for your agents, okay? Your agents are working for you, working very hard 24/7, and this is the house that you are buying for them, so they can live there and they can be happy and keep working for you. That's what we want, right? So the KVM one, the price also change all the time. So you choose plan here, click on choose plan, and here we have another important steps, guys. We have the you can choose how many months you want to choose for this specific plan. So if I go right now to the period, you see here the period 24 months is $4.99 at this moment, right? So if I choose the 12 month, it's a little bit more expensive because it's less time, but it's still very cheap, $5.99. So my recommendation here is that you choose either the 12 month or the 24 month plan, because you will have the best deal. Imagine for 24 months, you will pay this amount to have AI agents working for you every day, 24/7 for 2 years. So this is spectacular, okay? So you can choose either 12 or 24, and I have a coupon code for you, and this is a coupon code exclusive for my students. We negotiated with Hostinger, and they are giving us extra discount. So if you type here Diego Davila, which is my name and last name, apply, you will see that will have an extra discount. Please don't share this with anyone, because this is exclusive for you guys that are watching my videos and you guys that are my students that enroll in this course and you are taking action to take your online presence to the next level. So even cheaper, wonderful. So now we scroll down and you see you don't need the daily backup. You see the server location. Here you can choose the location that you want. Let's say you live in Canada. So what is the closest spot to Canada? US, you choose this one. You live in Europe, you choose any of these countries. So if you live in South America, you can choose Brazil or any other countries that are available right now. So below that, you see operating system. N8N is already check, which is good, and all you have to do now is click continue. In the next step here, you see that you need to register. You can either register with Google, You just click in here or enter your email and password. And with that, you can proceed. You can finish the sign up process. I won't go with you here. It's basically just putting your credit card information. By the end of this process, very simple, you will receive an email from Hostinger saying, hey, congratulations, you have the VPS ready. And after that, we can start right away building your AI agent and making sure that your website never stop getting new content, new articles for your audience. Wonderful, guys. Continue with the system here. The next step is to come here to the website, the Hostinger H panel, the control panel here on Hostinger. So you come here by typing hpanel.hostinger.com, as you see on my address bar here. So with that, or you can just click on the email you got from Hostinger. So in here, you come to VPS on the left menu. And in VPS, you see that we have the VPS that is running. So I click on Manage here. And if this is the first time you are coming here to the VPS, there is a chance that you will need to set up your server location, as I can show you here on the screen. This is the same process we did in the last video. Here, you search for N8N. Okay, click on N8N and continue with the installation here. But this is probably not, it's all already done for you because you install it following the steps that I show you in the last video. Okay, so once we are here, we click on Manage. Here we click on Manage App. And once we click on Manage App, right now we are here on the N8N platform. You see here on the top left-hand side, N8N, this is the logo, and this is what we will, this is the place, this is the interface, this is the system where we will create all our automations, where we will create our AI agents. This is a simple process, looks complicated, sometimes look a little bit scary, but it's not, I promise you. So this screen sometimes is black, on my case is black. For some other installation, you will see the white background. So either way is perfectly fine. So what we are using here, I share with you a link to download this workflow, so we can go and create this step by step from scratch, and it will take a long time to do that, longer than this course, than this video. So I decided to share with you the exact workflow. So I exported this, and below in the comments area here, below this video, you will see a link to download this file. This is a JSON file, so the extension is JSON. And if you are watching in other platforms, you can go to the resources area of this lesson and you can also download this. So all you have to do once you download is come here to the three dots on the top right-hand side and click on import from file. And once you have that, you can just import your workflow. Okay, so when you complete that, you will have exactly like this workflow that you are seeing on the screen, you will have on your N8N, and that's what we want. Okay, here at the top, you can rename this if you want. You can put the name that you want, double click, and you can just edit. And before we start here, we will need to set up your Get Ideas spreadsheet. So this guy here, the Get Ideas spreadsheet, we are using here on Airtable. Airtable, if you are not familiar with them, they are like an online database similar to Notion. Some people prefer Notion. Some people prefer Google Sheets to do spreadsheets, and other people prefer Airtable, which is the one that we are using. I personally prefer the Google services, but it's a little bit more complicated to integrate it here on N8N. It's not difficult, just take more time to accomplish. It's also easy. So this is the easiest one to integrate, and that's why I'm sharing this with you. And even if you are thinking now, Diego, wait, I use the Google services for everything on my business. I love Google, I use Notion, I use other services. Don't worry about that right now. I want you to follow up with me step by step here, because after this is done, we can easily replace this guy for a Google spreadsheet or other tools that you use, okay? So this is the Airtable, and in here, we are creating a simple table, which is this guy here. As you see, we have 5 columns: date, prompt, title, post ID, and completed. So in the date, every time every time the AI agent come here, it will look for the second column, which is the prompt column. Why the prompt column? Because here is where we are coming, when you are coming every day, every time you have an idea, maybe you are driving, maybe you are in the line waiting for a coffee, and you have an idea of content that you can create on your website, on your company's website, and you come here to this spreadsheet and you add a new line here on the prompt and you just write down your idea, okay? It's that simple. Once you do that, the AI agent will come here and will see if there are ideas available. So in this case, the first idea here is, what are AI agents? This is great. So it will get one idea from these three and it will start the process here of creating the article. Once we finish the process at the end of the cycle, you see that we have another node here from Airtable. This guy here. So this node is where at the end of the process, the AI agent will come back here to the spreadsheet and it will add the date that this article was created, what is the official title that we have for the article, what is the post ID on WordPress, and if it's completed, it will write down yes. Okay, so next time when when we need to create a new article, if I have yes here, that means to the agent that this is already published. So it will ignore row number 1 and it will just look at the other ones. Okay, so this is how it works. To get here, you can go right now to airtable.com. Again, even if you don't use Airtable, this is free. I want you to follow up with me just so we learn and we try this right away. Okay, I promise you, by the end of this video, you will have your website, your AI agent creating automatically articles for you. Okay, so we sign up for free. Click here and you sign up with your email, or you can do it with Google. Once you are ready with that, you will be on this specific interface. Here we have the workspaces. You see that inside the workspaces, I can create new ones, but I already have one, which is articles for blogs. And inside that, I have a spreadsheet called content ideas. Okay, so I can come here to the specific workspace, create, and I choose build an app on your own, this one, and you will see that we can just start adding the specific columns here. So let me go back to my content ideas table, and in here you can just rename the columns. So the first one is date, so double click, write date, and in the content of the specific table, I want you to always use long text. Okay, long text for everything, prompt, title, post ID, and completed. And you can write down exactly as is here with capital letters at the beginning, post ID, ID on capitals, and all that. Okay, so once you have that ready, we can come back here to the automation. Okay, and we will work in the first node, which is the get ideas. Double click here, and in here we have for the first time we are opening a node inside N8N. So basically here, guys, this is how the workflow works, and you probably are imagining that already. So this is the trigger. We always have a trigger. Trigger is something that will start the process. When you click, on this case, when we click here, it will start the process. And later, once this is tested and works fine, we can change the trigger to automatically execute this every day at 8 p.m. or twice a day or every hour or every time you add a new idea here on the content table. So it will keep monitoring this. If you have a new idea, it will start the process. So we can set up that later. Okay. So once this will receive an action from the trigger, as you see here, and this will execute something that we are going to tell them to execute. And I'll show you that in the practice. Once this is ready, it will send information to the neighbor node. This will process the information and it will send to the neighbor node. And this is how it goes. It's a straight line workflow that once one node executed successfully and the the data that they want to execute, it will forward. It would always forward to the next node, okay? So if I double click here, in the Get Ideas node, you see that we have at your left, you have the input. So this is the input area. On the right, we have the output, what is going out of the node. And in the center, we have the configuration, the programming that we are doing here for this specific node, okay? So in this case, what we want this node to perform, we want the node to come here to this table and find the ideas, all the ideas, and send that to the next node to evaluate. So to do that, very simple, we come here to credentials, and yet you see that I already have a credential here ready. You need to connect your credentials here, your Airtable credential with the N8N. So you will click on create new credential, access token, and you always have the documentation here. So if you need, you can just click on open docs, and it will show you a step-by-step process on how to accomplish that. But it's very simple. So you come here to the Airtable and go to your user here on the top right-hand side. You have your picture or your initial, and go to Builders Hub. In Builders Hub, you will see all the tokens that you have for your automations, okay? So in here, what you are doing is clicking on personal access token. You see here, developer personal access token, and create new token. You add here your information like N8N, class, you put any names. And on the scopes, if we go back to N8N, you see that we need to, is saying here, make sure you enable the following scopes to your token. And we have the 3. So we are coming back here and enabling that for sure. This one, the read, the write, and the last one, which is the schema basis read. Okay, create token, wonderful, copy. And now I come back here, I paste, and I will save this. Once I save, this is ready to use. You will see it like this, okay? Wonderful. Here we are choosing the resource. So we want to work with the base or with the record. We want just a record. We want the lines. The operation here, you select search, so you will get all the lines. And here on the base, you will select basically the name of your database. So if I go back here, let me return. So I have the content ideas database. You see content ideas, and I have the table 1. So if I come here, you see that I have content ideas here. This is specific name for my table, for my spreadsheet, which is good. So I select both of them, and that's all I have to do. So now look at this, guys. If I click on execute, you see the execute button here. If I click on execute, what I want to have here on the right side on the output is a read of all these ideas on a spreadsheet here. So execute, let's see if this works. Excellent. Now we see schema, table, and JSON. So I click on table, and I see exactly on the prompt column, this is the ID of the line, the created time for the idea, and the prompt. I have here, how can I implement AI agents in my small company? What are AI agents, and practical ways of AI agents can help me to be more productive? So if I go back here, this is exactly what I enter here as my ideas, right? To create articles about. Okay, so this is specifically that. So if I go back here to the Canva, you see that the trigger is okay, executed. It sent 1 item, you see here, 1 item. Let me move out. And this guy here, the get ideas, is sending 3 items to the next node, which is the filter idea. Why we need to filter these ideas? We need to filter these ideas because we want to pass only 1 idea at a time. We cannot send like 4 or 5 ideas to ChatGPT and try to publish all at once. I mean, we can, but it's recommended to do it one by one. So we are filtering these 3 ideas in the next node. So if I double click here in the filter idea node, this is a node that basically will check the specific articles that were already created, okay? And it will remove that from the results, and it will choose the first one in priority order that is not done yet. So what that means in the practice? If I come here and I enter the word yes, if I have one line here that has yes, that means that this article was already completed, is already published, is already completed by the AI agent. So if under what are AI agents, I have yes, okay, the node will get that. Let me go back here and execute again. So you will see that now we have what are AI agents. We have yes on that one. So that means it's even sending the 3 items, but this guy here will see that, will see the yes, and it will ignore. It will know that this guy is already created, and we have other 2 ideas that it will select by order of priority. So if I execute this, you will see that the idea that it selected is how can I implement AI agents in my small company. So it's selecting from the top down, okay? Wonderful, I like that. Now, what we are sending here, if you see, we are sending one item to the next node, but the item have other information like ID, created time, and prompt. And we just want the prompt to send that clean to the next section, which is the section where we are writing the article with ChatGPT. The next section, we are going to OpenAI, and we're saying to them, hey, write an article about this specific subject, okay? So this prompt, this node here, the set your prompt, will actually just isolate the idea, the prompt that you are sharing, in order to send that in a clean way to OpenAI. So double click here, I will execute this. You see, we are doing a manual mapping here, and you can put any names. In this case, I use the prompt as the string. And in here, I delete this just to show you, you don't need to delete. If I go to schema, you see that I have all the variables here. And what I want to select manually as the prompt is this guy here, this variable called also prompt, which is in here. We have the how can my idea. So I just drag this to this area, and you see now that the code is ready, and the result, the system also show you the result. So you visually confirm that this is selecting the right information. So you see that this code here, this variable, has the result, how can I implement AI agents in my small company, which is good. So if I execute this, you see that we have a clean output just with the specific idea, okay? Wonderful, go back to the canvas. Is executed well. In the next video, we will come here and execute the whole article creation part, which is outstanding, and I'll see you there. Okay guys, let's move forward, and this is my favorite part because here we are going to connect your AI agent with the brain of OpenAI, with the brain of ChatGPT, and this is fantastic because with this, you will have access to the power of the AI, the best AI in the world, which is today OpenAI. So this is outstanding and it's simple to do. Let me show you how you can get there. So here we have the section. We are working on these 2 nodes right now. So you need to add your OpenAI credentials to them, okay? And I'll show you how to do that. So in order to get your API basically, you probably know, but if you don't, is a key, is a string of letters and numbers and symbols that you can use to connect your AI agent with a service, for example, with ChatGPT or with Airtable or with Google or any other services. So to get that, you come here to this website, which is platform.openai.com, as you see here on my browser, platform.openai.com. And in here, you log in with your ChatGPT credentials, the one that you already have. And in the last option on the menu is the API keys. Click on API keys. And here you see that I already have one key created. You will create your key. So click on the green button, create new secret key. And in here, you can enter a name like N8N class, and you can add a project if you want, optional, and permissions all. Create secret key. Wonderful. I will copy this, and I will come back here to my node, my N8N, and in here I double click on the first ChatGPT OpenAI node. Double click. The first thing we need to do again, and this we do only once, so this is the beauty of coming here with me because we are doing this together. Next time when you use this node, you will never have to worry about the credentials again, okay? So click on create new credential. Here you enter the API key. I will paste the key. Wonderful. If I save this, it will be ready to use, to connect with OpenAI. As you see here, I have the OpenAI account. Okay, wonderful. Now that it's connected, the next step is to start giving instructions to this node of what to do. How can we use, at this point here on the Canva, we have an idea that I wrote in a spreadsheet that is ready to send to ChatGPT. So how can we configure this node in order to do that? To do some magic, and by the end of the execution here on the output, we have a beautiful written article that is ready to be published on your website. How do we do that? Let me show you. We select here in resources, text, because we want to work with text. We can also work with image, audio files. We will do the image later here. Operations, what we want to do with the text. We want to message a model or these other actions. We want the first one. In the model ID, I am using right now the GPT 4.0 mini, which is one of the cheapest ones at this moment of my recording, because this is just for test. If you want to know all the different models that you have available right now, because these change every week, every month, you can go to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT what are say that you are using N8N and you want to know what are the models that you can use and which one is the best, which one is the most expensive one, and all that. You can see all that. But in the most important thing here, guys, is that this service, if I go back here to the platform and usage, this is a service that is not expensive. So you have an idea. I am doing tests for, I wrote 116 articles already with this API that I'm testing. And I spent 77 cents to write 116 articles. If I hire a copywriter and I ask them to write 116 articles, how much do you think they will charge me for that? So I did 116 articles and 19 images I created for 77 cents. So this is not expensive at all, okay? For the benefit that you have. So select the model here, and this is the heart of the whole thing. You see messages, prompt. If I click on this small icon, you will expand the prompt. And here on the left, on the very left, we have all the variables for each node. So you see at the bottom, we have the trigger, which is the first one, the get ideas, and we have the results of each node, every execution, every variable we have here. Okay, we can use them if we need it. I'm just saying that so you know, but we are not using it right now. So in the middle, we have the expression. What is expression? Is a prompt. Remember, when you go to ChatGPT and you want something, you want ChatGPT to write an article for you. You go there and you say, hey, ChatGPT, please write an article about this subject. Make it 500 words long and make sure it's for this kind of audience. So you give ChatGPT all the instructions. This is what you are doing here. You are coming here and you are giving ChatGPT the whole instructions for your article. Okay, so you see here everything that you see on white is the actual prompt that I wrote. So this is instructions to write the article. You can come here and modify, and what you see in green is actually the variable. What do we need to put a variable here? Because every time this execute, the subject, the idea will be different. It's not the same idea. Every time the idea will change. Now is how can I implement AI agents in my small company? Next time maybe is what are AI agents, or how can AI agents help me? and things like that. So the variable changes. So the variable is this one. You see, set your prompt, which is the last node that we executed, actually send this prompt here, and this is what we have here. So if I drag this to the Canva here, you see that we have exactly the same. So this is how you add the variable. So, and in the right, we have the result where the variable is already showing what is that about. So this is the clean prompt that is going to OpenAI. Wonderful, that's it. If again, you can come here and make sure make your own. Make sure these articles is exactly what you want to show on your blog, okay? Not the article, the prompt. And if you don't like how ChatGPT is writing your articles, you can come here and adjust the prompt. Execute. When I click on execute, it's executing now. What is happening is this information is going to OpenAI, to the model 4.0 mini. This model is right now at this exact moment writing the best article they want following our prompt. And once that's ready, we will see the result here on the right-hand side as we are seeing right now. So this is the whole article that it wrote for us. Wonderful. Next, we have the generate title with OpenAI. Double click. Here already have the credentials, which is good. We don't need to worry about that anymore. The resources is text, message model. This is the model we are using, and we have the prompt. Exactly the same than the last node, but the prompt is the only thing that is different. We see here, we are saying, hey, you are an expert on SEO, copywriter. Please read this article, which is in green. This is the variable. So this content one, if I drag and drop it here, we are sharing the article within the prompt. We have the instructions, and this is what we have. So it will read the whole article, and here we have, after reading the whole article, and super optimized title for our article. You see here, the title is on the content variable, is saying implement AI agents in your small business for success. That's the title. Wonderful. So next, let's go back here. The next step, you see that we successfully executed both of the OpenAI nodes. Now we are going to your WordPress website. We will connect that with your AI agent, and the AI agent will be able to publish that specific article right there for you. Excellent. Let's continue with the process. Right now, we are here at the point that we need to connect your website, your WordPress website, with the AI agent in order to publish this article that is already written, that already have a title, with your website. Okay. So to do that, we double click here. Again, guess what? We need to connect with your credentials. We need to create new credentials for your website. So under username, you will add your username, and the password is not the password that you use on your website to log in. It's a different password that I'll show you how you can create right now. Here we are on my WordPress. This is a test website called ideasnarrete.com. So if I come on WordPress to users, and I see the user here, so I can either create a new user or add a new user that is an administrator or editor at least. So this is the user N8N, is a test user I created for this demonstration, and it's an administrator. And in here, I can scroll down to the bottom, and you see here application password. So in here, you have the applications that you can create. You need to create something here in order to make sure we have that password. So I will add the application name N8N class. You can add any name and click on add application password. So at this point, you have a new password here, and you click on copy. And this password you can save someplace safe, because this you won't be able to retrieve this later. So copy this, go to the N8N. In the password, I will paste this. Excellent. Here we have N8N class. Okay. And here you add your WordPress website URL. So let me copy that, copy just the URL, ideasnarede.com. Excellent. Paste it here. Wonderful. And I click on save. Once I do that, you will see your credentials here. You see that I have two credentials at this moment, one for this website that we are testing, and the next one for diegodavila.com. So we are just posting on the test website right now. What are we doing? We are doing a post, right? So we select the post option. We see post, page, you can create a page, user. In this case, we go with post and we want to create a new post. We can also get, update, or other actions, create new posts. What is the post title? So we come here to the variables and we find the post title. So the last node that executed was this, the generate title with OpenAI. And here we have the variable content, which has implement AI agent in your small business. So I get this and drag it here. You don't need to do it because it's already done here. And you see the result, implement AI agents in your small business for success. So you see that it's actually showing the right information. We want to double check that always. The content, what is the content here? The content is on this node, which is generate article with OpenAI. Remember, we executed that. Here we have the content. We just drag this and drop it in this area, in this field. The status, you want the AI agent to just publish without you looking at it. You want to be private, pending, future, or draft. I recommend it to go draft. So when you go to your WordPress, you will have many draft posts there that you can just take a look, you can edit, you can optimize it, make sure it has also your personal human touch. And with that, you continue. You can just publish when you think you are ready. So I will execute this, and this will actually go to my WordPress. Let me go to my WordPress here, to the post, and let's delete all this. Okay, let's delete this so we don't have any post right now, and I will execute this, and I hope that by the end of this execution, if everything goes well, we will see a post right here. So execute, let's see. Okay, that was fast. Node executed successfully, so that's good. So let's go back to the website, and we see here that implement AI agents in your small business success is a draft post that is here ready for us. If I go to preview, you see the article here is not well formatted yet. We will optimize that in a minute. And it doesn't have an image. So if I go edit, you don't see an image here as the main image of the post, the article. Okay, so go back here. Excellent. This executed well. The next step, guys, is to go back to OpenAI. We will use DALL-E to create the image for your article, and we are doing that in the next video. Okay. Create the image for your blog, so for your article. Double click on the OpenAI icon on the node. We already have connected with the credentials, so this is good. Remember, we were selecting text here on resource. We always use text on the prior nodes. Today, we are using image because we want to generate an image with OpenAI. So that's what we want, generate an image or analyze image, no, generate. Here we have the model. At this time of this recording, these are the models that are available. I will select the highest one because it's the one that creates better images. And below here we have the prompt. Similar thing that we are doing always with the OpenAI nodes. We always have a prompt box that we can use to write the instructions, right? So here we have the instructions, the prompt, and in green we have again the variable. What is the variable? In this case is the title, right? So we go and we grab the variable that have the title. In this case it can be this one or this one, and I just drag it here, and that's it. You see on the result that it actually have the right title that I have. So when that's ready, I can select the resolution. You can choose the one that you like. Let me go with this one, and I will execute. This usually takes a few seconds, up to half a minute, depending of how difficult is your prompt, how complex are the images that you are requesting. But at the end of this process, we will have here on the output a result. As a result, we will have an image that was created for our article. Here we go. Here is the image. We can download or view. Is 2.39 megabytes. Excellent. Let's click on view. And here we have it. This is the image that we created. Okay. Let's say we like that. We completed this part. So the next section here, now that we have the image, is to go back to your website and first upload the image and next set the image as the main image of your article. Excellent. Let's finish this process right away, guys. So here we have the upload image to WordPress. Double click here. We already have the credentials. You see the credential here, the WordPress API, and here we have the credentials we created a few minutes ago here on the course. So the method will be post. So we're posting an image, and here on the URL there is something you need to change. On this URL, you need to add your website. You see here, you see the website that we're using for test, which is ideasnotready.com. So you need to delete that and type your website address and keep the rest of the URL intact. Okay, this is important to have. Authentication, predefined credentials, we already have that set up. And here, we check the send headers. So this is something we are sending to WordPress, and we are using here the image. So if we go into schema, you see here that we have the image data here on this variable. So I can just put this here, drag and drop. It's already done for you. So if I execute this, what will happen is on my media here on WordPress. So you see, this is the last image we have. This one, which is not the one that we created. And in here, we will see a new image that will be uploaded by the AI agent. So I will run this, execute. Let's see if this works. It's uploading the image right now and making sure this is all set up well on WordPress. Okay. So let's see, let's go back here. Let's refresh this while it's executing. And here we go. We see already the image here, which is fantastic. Wonderful. So the next step will be to set the image as the image of your post. So how we do that? Again, we have this node. We are using the post method. In here, on the URL, again, you change the URL for your website. So delete ideas not ready and enter your website.com. The rest, you leave it as it is. And here on the green variable, we have the post ID. What is the post ID? Is this one. You see, post ID is here. Excellent. So if I execute this, you will see that is executed successfully. So now if I go back here to my article, to pages, I will see the article here. If I preview, I should see the image, and here we go. You see AI agents in your small business for success. We have the image here. We have the text, the article, and everything is ready. We even have a frequently asked question. If you don't like how this is structured, this is like this because of my WordPress theme. So if you have different themes, different designs on your WordPress, you will see a different structure here, but the content is the same. So this is ready to go. Let's say I like this. I can edit this if I want. Of course, I can come here and edit, make sure this have the feeling of my company. I can add phrases and stuff. When I'm ready, I publish this. And once this is published, it's ready to go. So I can view posts, and this is actually live to the world. At this moment, anyone in the world can access this specific article. So we completed this step. In the next video, we are going back to the spreadsheet, and we are making sure we add this information to tell actually the AI that this was already created, and we are ready to go to the next one. Okay, the last step is to go back to the Airtable spreadsheet. We already connected with this with the credential. We are using we are going to a record, we are going to update. Remember, in the beginning we searched, so we got all the records and sent to the next node. Here we are going to update the table. What is the table? We select the table name here, content ideas. What is the table number 1? Okay, I will map each column for the column prompt. So at this point, look at this, guys. This is important. How do I know, if I have this information here in front of you, I have this spreadsheet, how do I know which one is the one that we just completed so I can update that information here? We know because of the title of the prompt, right? The initial prompt we sent, the idea we sent to the AI agent. That's how we know. So we will say, hey, find the column prompt, which is this, is the one that we have ideas. And inside the column prompt, I want you to find the prompt that I send you, which is this one, right? How can I implement AI agents on my small company? And once you find that, and that match with the variable that I'm showing you here, that's the line we need to update. So if I scroll down here on the left where we have the input, I go all the way down, we see here on set the prompt, this is the prompt that it was selected to send to ChatGPT and write the article in the next node. So this is the one that I will drag and drop here. And you see here the result is exactly what we want. So at this point, the AI will come here, will find the column prompt, and it will say, okay, inside this column prompt, let me find the one that says, how can I implement AI agents in my small company, which is the variable, the one that we are working right now, okay? Next time will be another prompt, but it's the same idea. Once it finds that, which is using to match, I want to update 3 things. The date. So the date, I scroll that up all the way up. In the variables, I have the date here. I can put the date here. The title, I have the title here. I can put the title here. And in here, in completed, I will personally type down yes. So I want the system to come and type down yes. So if I execute this, once I execute, I want to see this second line with this information and yes at the end. So execute. Okay, let's see. Okay, completed. Let's see if that happens. I'm waiting with you here. Hopefully it will. Let's see. Sometimes take a minute. I will even refresh just to make sure we got it. Okay, we got it. You see here the date, the title that was created by ChatGPT, and the completed yes. So next time we run, the AI agent will ignore this because this was already completed. We can also add the post ID if you want here for sure by adding column post ID. Here you go. And you get the post ID, which is this one, and put it here. So it will also fill the post ID option. Okay. With that, let me just delete the post ID for now because we don't want that right now. Reset value. Okay. So with that, we are ready with the process, and we completed the whole process, the whole workflow from start to the end, creating this article. In the next video, we are going together and we will execute this one more time without stopping. I will just click on the trigger. It will go through all the process. You will visually see that. And at the end, we will have an article ready to go. See you there. Okay, wonderful. Let's go now and execute one time, very fast, the whole process. Just to refresh our memory, we have 2 available ideas. What are AI agents and practical ways that AI agent can help me to be more productive. So if I click here on this trigger, it will start executing the whole workflow. Let's see. Okay, get ideas. It already executed. It filtered the idea. It isolated the exact idea we want, sent to ChatGPT. At this exact moment, ChatGPT is writing a beautiful, well-written article about your idea. Once this is ready, it will send to the next node the whole article, and the next node already analyzed and created a title, sent to the WordPress, is published on WordPress, and now at this time, after publishing on WordPress, if we go into WordPress now, we will see the post, the article here, but at this moment, ChatGPT, OpenAI is creating a beautiful image for your article that will be set up, will be uploaded, is uploading right now to WordPress, to your media folder on WordPress, and after that's done, it will set this image as the main image of your article, so everything looks beautiful. It's done now. Now it's updating the spreadsheet. Everything worked fine, workflow executed successfully. So let's make sure that's true. So we come to the spreadsheet. This is the one that choose what are AI agents. You see the date, the title that it choose, AI agents explain transforming industries with intelligence. I love that title. It's saying yes when it's completed. So next time we execute, this is the only idea available. If we go to let me go to the blog now. So let me go to the dashboard here and find the post. Let's see. Oh, here we go. This is the post. If I preview this, we see AI agents explain transforming industry with intelligence. We have the picture here, beautiful. We have the article, the type of agents that we have available, the conclusion. This is all following the specific prompt that I share. And with that, we are ready. This is all we have to do. It worked very well. I'll see you in the next video. Congratulations, and happy and excited to see you here at the end of the course. This is great, and I hope you have a great time and fun here during the process. And again, my goal with this course, guys, is to help you step by step, even if you have never created an AI agent, to help you to create an AI agent for automating your content creation on your website. This is a wow project that can save you hours and hours and hours of work if you are actually committed to create content on your website. And again, remember, creating content on your website is very important in marketing today, because all these articles that you are creating will be indexed by ChatGPT, by Google, and when people search for that keyword, for that area, for that topic that you are writing on the article, your article will rank higher on Google and will appear to people, will show to people. People will start consuming your content and discovering you, your company, your business, your brand, and your products and services, which is fascinating, okay? Thank you so much for watching this. I hope you love this course, and I hope you apply this. Remember, this is not enough just to watch the course. It's important for you to apply. I want to make sure that you are actually being able to execute this process, and you have an agent, at least one agent, working for you 24/7, creating this wonderful content for you and for your audience. Thank you so much. See you in the next video.